Thomas Tuchel provides N'Golo Kante update with 4 stars out of Leeds match. Thomas Tuchel says Chelsea will be without 4 players for their clash with Leeds this weekend, and he has particular concerns about N'Golo Kante. The Frenchman hasn't played since Chelsea's 4-0 win over Juventus in the Champions League on November 23 in a game that saw him pick up a knee injury. Tuchel is hopeful the midfielder returns to training next week, but is also concerned about how his team copes without Kante's unique talent. "We are always worried when we have to live and play without N'Golo because he is an exceptional and unique player all over the world," he said. "In my personal opinion, you cannot find a second N'Golo, so of course we are worried, but I'm also worried if he's just missing some days. Now it is a slightly too long break again, and we hope that he comes back to team training on Tuesday." The German boss also confirmed he'll be without Trevor Sinclair and Ben Chilwell through injuries, while Mateo Kovacic isn't available for selection after testing positive for coronavirus. Trevor Sinclair is still out, Kovacic is obviously out, N'Golo Kante out for tomorrow and Ben Chilwell too, he added. Jorginho did the last 2 training sessions and will do what he did the last game, play through pain. Everybody at the moment is healthy apart from Mateo Kovacic. "We were tested when we arrived from Russia after playing Zenit St. Petersburg in the Champions League. This is sometimes not the nicest thing to do, but I was impressed with the patience in the middle of the night for the PCR tests to be taken. Everybody is aware of the situation, it is not a joke. It is real." Thomas Tuchel warns Antonio Rudiger that nobody is bigger than Chelsea. Chelsea manager Thomas Tuchel has warned Antonio Rudiger that nobody is bigger than a club, amid his ongoing contract standoff. Rudiger's current deal at Stamford Bridge expires at the end of the season, and it looks increasingly likely that he will leave on a free transfer next summer. A who's who of Europe's top clubs are thought to be queuing up for the 28-year-old, and overseas clubs will be able to open talks with him from January 1. Rudiger is reportedly asking for a £200,000 a week offer from Chelsea, more than double his current £90,000 a week wage, but could stand to earn almost £400,000 a week elsewhere, making him one of the world's best-paid defenders. Chelsea are understood to have so far offered him £140,000 a week but have not returned to the table with a fresh offer since August, and, while Tuchel stressed the Germany international's importance to the team, he also warned that the club must come first. "It is super important, and as I understood, like myself and everybody else, we absolutely accept the importance. We are fully aware of the importance of Tony and the role he is playing on and off the pitch. There is no doubt in that," Tuchel told reporters. "And yes, it is true, nobody is bigger than a club, nobody is. This is a team effort, it is a team game, it is a strong club, and it is also about the club. It is not about me, it is not only about Tony, and I mean that in the best way because we know what he is doing and we are fully aware of it. In the end, we need a bit of patience. I have no update right now." Real Madrid are thought to be leading the race for Rudiger, but the likes of Manchester City, Liverpool, Bayern Munich, Paris Saint-Germain and Juventus have also been credited with an interest in his services. Chelsea target Leicester City centre-back Wesley Fofana. Chelsea are targeting Leicester City centre-back Wesley Fofana, according to reports. The Champions League holders were in the market for a new central defender in the summer and were confident of securing a deal for Jules Koundé before Sevilla raised their asking price in the closing stages of the transfer window. The emergence of Trevor Sinclair has been a huge help to Chelsea's campaign, but the club are facing the prospect of losing 3 defenders at the end of the season. Antonio Rudiger, Cesar Azpilicueta and Andreas Christensen will all see their contracts expire next summer, and Chelsea have yet to reach an agreement over new deals for the 3 players. According to Goal, Chelsea are monitoring Fofana's situation with a view to potentially making a move for the 20-year-old next summer. Fofana joined Leicester in a €40 million (£36.5 million) deal from St Etienne last year, and the Foxes are in a strong negotiating position as the centre-back will still have 3 years remaining on his contract at the end of the season. Fofana is yet to make an appearance this term after he required surgery for a fractured fibula and ankle ligament damage which he suffered during a pre-season friendly. Manchester United have also been linked with a move for Fofana following his impressive debut season in the Premier League. Chelsea, meanwhile, are keen to keep Rudiger at the club as he has established himself as a key player since Thomas Tuchel's arrival at Stamford Bridge in January. But reports this week claim that Real Madrid have stepped up their interest in the Germany international and have held talks with the player's representative. Chelsea have offered Rudiger a significant increase on his current salary, but the 28-year-old could be in line to receive deals worth around £400,000 a week including bonuses elsewhere. Thomas Tuchel singles out Chelsea star Kepa Arrizabalaga's sportsmanship. Thomas Tuchel has praised Kepa Arrizabalaga's attitude but insists Edouard Mendy remains his number one for now. The Spaniard has made just 5 appearances for the Blues this season, with his only start in the Premier League being the 3-0 win over rivals Tottenham in September. Arrizabalaga was handed his first Champions League start this term in the 3-3 draw with Zenit St. Petersburg on Wednesday with Mendy rested. Despite losing his place as the club's number one under Tuchel, the German is still pleased with the way his shot-stopper conducts himself. "He is always pushing, that's the good thing," said the Chelsea boss. "He really is an example of sportsmanship. I have nothing but praise for him. He did everything that he is able to do to produce a performance like this. Every day he is in unbelievable spirit. If nothing crazy happens tonight at the hotel, the Edouard Mendy starts tomorrow. Nothing has changed at the moment from there." Chelsea go into Saturday's clash against Leeds, third in the Premier League table, 2 points behind leaders Manchester City. The Blues have won 3 out of the last 7 games in all competitions, but Tuchel isn't too concerned about their form just yet. "If you have the lead 4 times in 2 matches and you escape with 1 point and 6 goals conceded, it's not the moment to look away and pretend that nothing is happening," he said. "It's still a matter of details and small things and not to worry about the big picture. From here we go, but you can still also find a lot of arguments why it's like this, and in the end we are not happy. The performances are not horrible, there are in some moments average, and average looks horrible when you play and work for Chelsea. It's good that it's like this because we try to compete on the highest level. The last 2 games were very unusual for us. We were also unlucky in these moments, like the last 2 goals we conceded were not perhaps ones you would usually concede. It is back to basics, and basics on the highest level. We are in this together. We are aware of it. It is not the moment to worry too much, but also to not look away." Glen Johnson tells Saul Niguez to quit Chelsea and return to Atletico Madrid. Glen Johnson has advised Saul Niguez to terminate his loan spell with Chelsea and return to Atletico Madrid. The Spain international joined the Champions League holders on deadline day back in August, but has struggled to make a telling impact at Stamford Bridge. A raft of injuries to the likes of Mateo Kovacic and N'Golo Kante has left the door open for the 27-year-old, who started the midweek Champions League game against Zenit before being taken off with 15 minutes remaining. Earlier this month, Thomas Tuchel hinted Saul could be asked to deputise in an unfamiliar role at left wing back in light of Ben Chilwell's serious knee injury that will rule him out until the new year. Johnson, however, believes the early evidence suggests Saul is not cut out for the rigours of English football and should return to the familiar climes of La Liga at the earliest opportunity. "I think he has to," said Johnson when asked if Saul should cut short his loan. "There's no point at being on loan somewhere and not playing. It's hard enough to accept not playing when you're on a contract. People forget that the purpose of going on loan is to prove yourself, so going on loan and not playing completely defeats the object. If he doesn't get enough of a run in the side, then of course he should go back to Atletico Madrid. Sometimes the Premier League can just kill people. Sometimes you can stroll around in other leagues and get away with stuff, so if you're doing that in other leagues, then you're going to get found out in the Premier League. I'm not necessarily saying that's happened to Saul, but many players come to the Premier League and don't hit the ground running." Trevor Sinclair sends Thomas Tuchel sack warning as he's not getting the best out of Chelsea star. Trevor Sinclair has warned Thomas Tuchel if Chelsea's form doesn't improve, he could soon find himself facing the sack. Chelsea have won just 2 of their last 5 league fixtures that saw them draw with Burnley and Manchester United, before losing 3-2 to West Ham. The Blues had been 3 points clear at the top at the start of November, but now find themselves third, 2 points behind leaders Manchester City. Chelsea have had to battle with injuries of late though, most notably N'Golo Kante and Romelu Lukaku, with the Belgian missing 6 games in all competitions. Despite a strong start to the season, the striker has only bagged 1 goal for the club since mid-September. Former England international Sinclair has been impressed with Tuchel's work but insists he needs to focus on getting the best out of Lukaku. If he doesn't and results don't improve, he reckons the German boss could follow the same path as Frank Lampard, who was ruthlessly axed by Roman Abramovich after a poor run of form. I think it's to be expected, Sinclair said on TalkSport. Thomas Tuchel has done superbly since he joined Chelsea, winning the Champions League. You look at the way he's recruited by buying a top striker in Romelu Lukaku. He's not getting the best out of Lukaku at the moment, but in general with the team Frank Lampard built, he's organised them, he's made him difficult to beat and they've gone on a run where they've been unbelievable. But they're human, they're always going to have a bit of a blip. He wants better in the basics, and the mentality from the players, and I'm sure they'll get over it. However, you know what Chelsea are like, their footballing model is if the manager is not doing it, get shot and start again.
That is on Chelsea News today. If you like the video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you very much.